KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Kristen Aguirre is working hard this morning in Quincy.
Yes, she is live this morning with the Quincy Fire Department. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning. Yes, I am here at the Quincy Fire Department's training center, and it's hard to believe that prom season is only about 2 months away, and that means safe driving tips. That's what we're going to give you guys this morning. A lot of times teens are out on the road and don't understand how being reckless behind the wheel can really harm them. But coming up this morning, the Quincy Fire Department's public education team is going to show you what can happen when you're not safe out on the road. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Right now we're going to get to Kristen Aguirre, who is live in Quincy.
Good morning, Kristen.
Holy cow.
Well, it's hard to believe that prom season and warm weather is only months away, but it's really important for people out there, especially young drivers, to be aware of how to be safe behind the wheel.
Yeah, definitely. You know, drunk driving has always been a problem, but distracted driving, which distractions seem to be a characteristic of the the younger generation now. Distracted driving is already a bigger problem than drunk driving. It kills more young people every day. So with, like you said, the prom season coming around the corner, a lot of new drivers on the road, and the warmer weather coming around, we just kind of wanted to remind people about some safe driving tips. And we know how you like to get involved with doing stuff with us, so we came down here and we're going to show you guys our technique and some of the tools that we use and stuff like that if we do have to respond to some type of vehicle accident.
Now, even just looking at, we have some of the mock accident cars here. Even looking at those, they're really scary. I can't even imagine being inside of one of those.
Yeah.
And then we're even going to get people inside, look at what tools that you use. Now, these tools look very scary, but can you tell me a little about them? They break metal and
yeah, they do. They do a number of different things. They are big and heavy because they're required to do a big, heavy job. And again, we'll show you a little bit later more specifically what they do.
All right, well, coming up later in the show, we are going to show you a mock car accident, show you the tools that the team here uses to get a person out of a vehicle like that, and continue to give you tips on some safe driving.
All right, very important information for you this morning. Let's check in now with Kristen Aguirre, who is out and about this morning, and she is with the fire department this morning.
Yes, how's it going, Kristen?
Good morning. Yeah, we're here at the Quincy Fire Department's training center, and warm weather is just around the corner, and that means a lot of more drivers out on the road, which can also mean a lot of more fatal accidents.
Right. So far this year, we've had 150 some fatal accidents in the state of Illinois, which is up quite a bit from last year, and they're definitely associated with distracted driving. I think cell phones, text messaging, things like that are really starting to cause bigger problems for drivers.
And Michael was saying earlier too, with young drivers, I mean, texting, a lot of them think that when you're at that age, you're invincible.
Right. It'll never happen to them. That's always the mentality, and it does. Sooner or later, it catches up with you.
And a lot of people may think that police officers are just involved with these accidents, but you guys get called when there's entrapment and things like that.
We do. We respond to any accident that involves an injured patient.
Kristen Aguirre is out and about in Quincy this morning.
Yeah, she's with the fire department learning safety. How's it going, Kristen?
That's right. We're here at the Quincy Fire Department Training Center, and it's hard to believe that warm weather is around the corner, but it is. That means more drivers out on the road, and it's a little bit more dangerous for you to be out there. And that also includes motorcycles.
That's right. With the warm weather coming up, like you said, the motorcycles have already been out. I own one myself. I've had it out already, and people can't wait to get the motorcycles out when the warm weather hits. Motorcycles account for about 5% of all vehicle registrations, and although it's just 5%, they account for about 10% of all traffic fatalities. So what we want to stress is for the motorcyclist to be visible as you can in the daylight hours. 90% of all motorcycle collisions occur during the daylight on dry roads, and it varies between controlled intersections with a stop sign or a stoplight. But the motorcyclist needs to be visible. The motorcycles will ride on the left side of the roadway in their lane to be more visible to the oncoming traffic. And other drivers in regular cars and trucks, they need to be more vigilant, especially this time of year when the motorcycles are starting to come out. And to give them that space in the other lane, in the left side of the lane with the oncoming traffic. The motorcycles have the lights on, 24 hours and daylight, just to be more visible.
So it really doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you're driving. You need to pay attention to your surroundings and to the road.
That's right. We want people to take an extra second at the intersections before they cross an intersection or turn onto another street, to take a second look and make sure there's nothing else coming.
All right, well, coming up later in the show, we are going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the procedure we've been watching them do all morning in case there's entrapment. And don't forget to visit our website, connecttristates.com, where you can take the pledge to just let it ring.
And a completely different view if you're the one trapped in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it from the outside, the jaws of life and everything getting you out, but if you're in there, it's a whole nother view.
Terrifying.
Well, warm weather is just around the corner, and that means more drivers out on the road. We're giving you an inside look of what your fate could look like if you're reckless behind the wheel. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Live this morning at the Quincy Fire Department training facility, talking a little safety this morning. How's it going, Kristen?
Yeah, that's right. We are talking driving safety. So warm weather is about to hit us, and that means more people are going to be out on the road, and it's an increased fatality. So all morning we've been showing people a little bit how we're dismantling the car with a little bit of entrapment. Now, when you guys do have to come to a call like this, it's important to get people out of there at a certain time.
Exactly. All of the techniques that we use are again, to cut down on that amount of time. It's something that we consider the golden hour, and that golden hour is not necessarily 60 minutes, but it's just a reference to getting someone to the type of definitive care that they need. A lot of different life-threatening injuries might call for some type of surgery, and it's very important that from the time that we respond to a call and the time that we get that patient into the ambulance, that we can get them to the hospital as soon as possible.
Now, have you responded to an entrapment call before?
Yeah, actually, they're a lot more. They're a lot more common than you might think.
What does this seem like when you arrive there? What is the person in the vehicle? What's their state?
A lot of it's a very scary thing. It's a very scary thing to be involved in an accident. Even just the fender benders that that we see all the time. But a situation like this where somebody is entrapped and they can't get out of the vehicle, sometimes the tension can be really, really high. So again, you can see all the different techniques that we've used when somebody's inside and they can hear all that noise going on and the banging and that type of thing. We usually have to put somebody in the vehicle with them to talk them through the process and help calm them down.
Well, of course, it's definitely scary to kind of hear. I jumped a few times when we had these noises going off, and I can only imagine what it would be like to be inside that car. Now, what would you recommend to people to do? Because I know we were talking, a lot of these accidents are caused by distracted driving.
Yeah, again, just the typical things that you hear about. Put the cell phones away. Don't answer any texts. Don't answer any calls, because, like I said, more and more cell phones are becoming part of our lives. Different distractions, eating fast food and driving and that type of thing. And I think all of that kind of factors into the increased numbers.
All right, well, don't forget to visit our website, connecttristates.com, where you can sign up to just let it ring. And coming up later in the show, we are going to introduce you to some of these tools that the guys have been using all morning to dismantle this car.
And the Just Let It Ring promotion goes through next month, where you have a chance to win a Chevy Spark.
Yes,
courtesy of
this morning at the Quincy Fire Department's training center. How's it going, Kristen?
Good morning. Yep, we're here and we're learning all about driving safe on the road. Warm weather's right around the corner. That means more drivers out behind the wheel. So we're showing you a little bit of a mock what an entrapment case would look like. So all morning the Quincy Fire Department was using some tools, and we have the door that was taken off here. So what exactly, what tools do we use when in entrapment cases?
Okay, well, basically these are some of the tools we may use if somebody's trapped in a car. This is called a cutters. It's just a big pair of scissors.
It's definitely very scary. I tried to pick it up. It is extremely heavy.
Right. This equipment is heavy, but it's got to cut through some pretty tough steel here. And that piece right over there is the jaws of life. It's what everybody hears of. When they talk about the jaws of life, that's them. They're called spreaders. So you can spread things apart, pop doors off, any stuff like that. The ram. This here, we're using it right now to displace this dash. Say we have a patient that's trapped under the dash. We can use this to pull that dash up off of them and then get that patient out.
Now, and then
Go
we
ahead.
have some more axes and stuff.
Right, just some hand tools, cut glass, break windows, things like that.
Now, have you responded to some entrapment cases?
Yes.
Or calls? Now, what is the scene like there?
It can be hectic, but you know, just try to get there, figure out what's going on, figure out your life threats, and just kind of work through them.
What are the victims like?
It depends. Every case is different, you know. Yeah, every case is different.
Definitely scary, though. I mean, looking at this car, I can only imagine what it would be like to be inside. Well, coming up a little bit later in the show, I'm actually going to get my chance to meet one of these public education guys, and they're going to show me how to use some of these tools. So I'm going to get my hands dirty and see what it's like to be at an entrapment call.
And hopefully you never have to use it
Right.
for real. It is not.
That's right. I'm here at the Quincy Fire Department's training center. All morning we've been talking about driver safety. And coming up after the break, I'm going to respond to a mock entrapment call. So make sure you come back and see me do my thing. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
All morning long, we've been following our own Kristen Aguirre, who's live this morning at the Quincy Fire Department's training center. And now she's being put to work.
All right. What is going on out there, Kristen?
Good morning. Yep, we are here at the training center, and we've been talking road safety all morning. Now we are going to respond to a mock entrapment call. The guys have me geared up here. So the first thing I need to do
All right, go ahead and break that window out. Normally we would put an aluminum blanket over somebody, and we have somebody in there talking with
give
them.
me space?
Yep, you got space. Go ahead and break it.
Oh, that wasn't the window.
Nope. Nope, that wasn't it either. A little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Here, let me, there you go. Let me help you.
Oh. Ah.
Where's the crash axe? Here we go.
Oh.
All right, that's
that
a lot
was so
easier.
cool.
A lot easier. Okay, go ahead and grab the spreaders there, or the cutters. All right, here, you grab the other side.
Okay.
These are kind of heavy.
Kind of is the understatement.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and just start turning that. Turn that handle.
Right or left?
Yep, go ahead and turn the handle.
I am turning a handle.
This one here, this black part there. Towards yourself, towards you. All right. So what we would do is we continue to cut this thing off. We cut all these posts. It's going to turn you. Let it turn you. That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's pausing.
Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. How much time do we have? Okay. So we cut this post, and that's
fast.
okay. There you go. Now go ahead and open it back up so we can get it out. We'll go cut that other post.
So we're kind of trying to do this in real time. You guys.
Yep. Come on over here.
Oh.
Set it up there.
Right here?
Yep. Now you got to open it a little further. All right. A little heavier than you thought, right?
A lot more heavier than I thought.
Yep. All right. We're coming to you live from Quincy Regional Training Facility.
All right, we'll have all of this.
Jerry Smith, Jerry Mast.
I'm Mike Gay.
Okay, guys.
Take us on
we'll
home,
have
Kristen.
this all posted on our YouTube page when you can see how the fire department responds to entrapment call.
You stay classy, Quincy.
They always want to take her job. And you know when the fire department shows up, they know what they're doing. It's
Right.
going to go a lot faster than that.